Thank you for joining us once again as we get another Formula One Grand Prix underway. We're racing then today in Travis County, Texas, around the 20 corners of this wonderful Circuit of the Americas. We'll be reaching speeds of around 200 miles per hour here today, and there are plenty of good opportunities to pass, especially through the two DRS zones into Turn 1 and the long back straight into Turn 12. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position. And Andrea Kimi Antonelli completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Tsunoda, Lando Norris, and Piastri. Verstappen, Russell, Hadjar, and Fernando Alonso. Stroll, Sainz, Liam Lawson, and Albon. Gasly, Bortoletto, Jack Doohan, and Esteban Ocon. Hulkenberg and Ollie Behrman rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me for this afternoon's commentary, Naomi Schiff. Good afternoon, Gnomes. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
And radio check.
Okay, DRS is now available. job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
1-2, baby. 1-2. Yeah.
Charles Leclerc, what a drive, what a victory. He wins.
Wow, that race really kept us on our toes with the ever-changing weather conditions. It is so unpredictable when you're in the car, with visibility being limited to know exactly what's going on. So the driver really made some great calls in this situation.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. And that is a fabulous win, and the top step of the podium for Charles Leclerc.